So understanding the context for me, especially when it's around affordability and tuition, I think there are basically two sort of axes of considerations to make sure you have clarity around. One is understanding how able the families in your market or markets are to pay the price you have. And then it's also important to understand how willing the people in your market or markets are to pay your tuition. So you can have a lot of people who earn enough money to pay your tuition, but they don't think that it's worth it, or they think another choice is better, or they think that the school's not different enough from their other options to be able to actually be willing to pay that tuition point. And so the first step of understanding this context is getting data to help you identify where might you be in this kind of matrix. And there are basically four different, at least in this view, four different sort of boxes where you might fall when you kind of do this research to understand your context. So for example, you may be in this kind of position. People in your market are mostly willing to pay your tuition. They think your school is awesome and it's worth it, but they just can't afford, not enough of them can afford the price. You may find that you are in a place where people are both willing and able to pay your tuition. You may find the opposite. People are able to pay it, but they don't want to. They don't think that it's worth it. And you may be, or I should say, you may be in this, the worst of these categories, which is no one's willing to do it. And if they were willing to do it, they wouldn't be able to because your price is so high. And so the idea here is that the tuition strategy and the tuition path you walk down depends greatly on which of these contexts you're actually in. Not all tuition approaches may be successful for each of these boxes or each of these contexts.